Radical.
I'm going to give you a situation here. Let's say you're driving your own vehicle and you are working for Lyft. You're working for Lyft and your job is to basically go around and pick people up, give them a lift. If you encountered this person, this 500-pound female rapper named Dank Demoss, would you let this person in your car? I don't think you would. I wouldn't. I would tell that person, if I had a small vehicle like this person, I think it was a Toyota Corolla, I would tell this person, like this person, to get a Lyft XL or get a forklift or something to haul your fat ass around because you're not getting in this vehicle. I don't even know how this person can fit in the vehicle they're in right now in the thumbnail. That looks to be like a big Jeep or a freaking big SUV or a minivan. And you can see this rapper, this 500-pound female rapper, her belly, her gigantic belly is over the steering wheel. I don't even see how she could drive in that thing. You have to push the seat all the way back. If she got in his little Toyota Corolla, it would look like the opening to the Flintstones, where you have that big old rack of ribs and the car tips over. There's no balance there. Okay, that is the weight of 3 or 4 full-grown ass people. How do you even get that big? Now, there's a lot I could go into here. But I'll just stick with this, asking you all the question. If you were a Lyft driver and you were in that situation, what would you do? Would you risk it? Would you let the person in your vehicle? I mean, you'd probably be having to help push the person in the vehicle and get all their lumps and bumps in there, and then to put the seatbelt on. How the hell does a seatbelt work? I don't even see how. Does a seatbelt stretch that fucking far? Well, why this is a story is, I feel like it was a setup because this person got their 15 minutes of fame because, you see, she is now suing Lyft. She's suing Lyft because that person denied her service. And apparently, where she's at in Michigan, fat people are a protected class. I shit you not. Fat people are a protected class. Obese people, they're protected. And the lawyers actually know this, and they state stupidly that it's no different than not letting a black person in your car. No, it's a little bit different, right? Because this situation to where if you cannot fit a person in your car, you just can't. If you can't fit a fucking hippopotamus in your vehicle, or a giant freaking gorilla, or a bear, then you cannot. Physically, you cannot. So the whole case, I hope it gets thrown out of court. The whole case is basically a situation where the lawyers are trying to lean on that part of the law and trying to claim that, Lyft should accommodate. I think the word was accommodate. Now, she went on a morning show called The Breakfast Club, and all the person has case thrown the fuck out of court. Because this bitch goes on The Breakfast Club, and I feel like it was kind of a setup. It was really clever what they did. They had a chair, regular size human chair for regular size human beings. And she comes over and she tries to sit in the chair. But most of her is not on the chair. I don't even see how she got, she squeezed herself in the chair temporarily, but you could tell she was incredibly uncomfortable. And it was a big chair. It was a big ass regular chair, right? But just like this vehicle you see in the thumbnail, that's a big vehicle for most people. It's tiny for her. She ruined her own case in court. Ironically, going on The Breakfast Club to talk about the case she has. She even brought a doctor there to basically talk about how, she's lost 80 pounds and she has a thyroid condition. A thyroid condition? Lost 80 pounds? That's after losing 80 pounds? What the fuck? But a thyroid condition. Okay, a thyroid condition doesn't make you gain 400 pounds. That's not how it is. I've never heard of a thyroid condition that causes you to instantly become morbidly fucking obese. This person doesn't have a thyroid condition. Boogie 2988 doesn't have a thyroid condition. Wings of Redemption doesn't have a thyroid condition. This person, anyone that you can think of that's 400 or 500 pounds, does not have a fucking thyroid condition, okay? So let's just throw that out of the window. Losing 80 pounds. What the hell? There's little women that are just a little more than 80 pounds. It's like losing an entire whole person. If that's the case, what was she, 600 pounds? But anyway, she throws her whole case out of court. She throws it out, or she'll get thrown out. Because what she does was, she says, y'all got anything more accommodating? Y'all got anything bigger than this? Well, they didn't have anything bigger than that chair other than a part of a love seat, a part of a fucking couch they pulled behind her. And they sit her fat ass down on the couch. And she's taking up almost the entire couch. So all the person defending themselves or Lyft themselves, if this actually goes to court and doesn't get thrown out, all they have to do is basically point to the Breakfast Club show where she needed an entire couch to set herself down in. Also, there's a clip, if you look it up, Dank Demoss falling over. It's pretty funny. She's trying to do some kind of a twerk or some shit. And she bends down a little bit, and she's just trying to stand back up. But when she gets stood up, she instantly falls back over, roly-poly, and her legs go right up in the air. Speaking of legs in the air, does this person have any kids? Could you imagine if there's anyone out there that actually wants to... I mean, I'm sure there's someone out there. You know, some of the brothers don't care. Hey, the brothers do not care, right? Roll that thing around some flour just to find a wet spot is what you'd have to do. Or maybe get like some clamps to pull the... I don't even see how that would work, man. Like, oh my freaking goodness. I know she wouldn't be on top. I know she would not be on top. If you look at the difference in size between her shoes and her feet and everything else. I just don't. You don't see people this big every day. This is kind of a shocker here. But I go back to that question I started and I posed to all of you. If you were a Lyft driver, would you give this person a lift? Would you let this person in your vehicle? I would worry, halfway down the road, one of the wheels would just pop off. All the lug nuts would be stressed and just pop off and shit. The real thing that this person, this gigantic person, this morbidly obese person needs to worry about other than trying to start a frivolous lawsuit, what this person needs to worry about is putting down the fried chicken, taters, Taco Bell, Burger King, whatever it takes to maintain this kind of girth and heft. The amount of, how do you even eat that much to get that big? What this person needs to worry about is possibly incorporating a fruit or a vegetable or something along those lines in their diet. Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't care if I had a big vehicle. No, I still wouldn't, because you still have the problem of the weight counterbalance, right? I would say to her, listen, to give you a lift, we're going to have to get 4 or 5 members of your family to sit on the other side of the vehicle, so I'm not leaning into turns and tipping over and shit.